Okay, did you just get a Boston Terrier puppy or are you thinking about getting a Boston Terrier? In this video, I'm gonna share with you 3 tips and things you need to know before you do get a Boston so you don't freak out if they happen. Coming up. Hey everybody, welcome to the Boston Terrier Society YouTube channel. Definitely consider subscribing if you're someone who wants to learn more about the breed, learn what it's like to be an owner, hear expert interviews, as well as connect with other Boston Terrier lovers just like yourself. I'm Donnie Gardner, the founder of BostonTerrierSociety.com. This is Bella, my very happy Boston. I think I need to take the grumpy cat approach with her. She's 10 years old. I've had her for over a decade now. Today what I want to talk about are 3 things that really surprised us whenever we got Bella. And I've actually talked to other people within the Boston Terrier Society Facebook group, which has over 15,000 members. The very first thing that you're gonna need to know are reverse sneezing in dogs. Boston Terriers in particular, and all those brachycephalic breeds tend to have what's called a reverse sneeze. And it literally sounds like basically your dog is gasping for air, but do not let that concern you. Now, obviously, if it's, there she's sneezing. Now, obviously, if it's happening every day, you might want to talk to your veterinarian, but from time to time, Bella does get these. I would say probably only twice a year now. And the first time it happened, it freaked Emily and I out, but it literally sounds like they're gasping for air. Basically, your Boston's gonna tense up and start breathing heavily, and it's just gonna look like they're short of breath. Now, I did create a video on how you can actually comfort your Boston whenever they have these reverse sneezes, and I'm gonna put that right here, or you can check it out in the show notes as well, so you can be prepared if your Boston does have it. And there's also an example of a Boston Terrier doing a reverse sneeze on that video, so you'll want to check it out. Now, how common is a reverse sneeze in Bostons? For this one, I went ahead and polled the Boston Terrier Society Twitter community. There, I had 77 respondents so far. There's probably more that are gonna be coming in by the time I actually post this video, but out of those 77, it was 79% said their Boston had some sort of reverse sneeze episode. Just be prepared for this. Okay, the second thing that you need to be prepared for are Zoomies. Now, everybody that I talk to that owns a Boston Terrier knows exactly what a Zoomie is. This is something whenever we had Bella, I had gone on a deployment to Iraq because I used to be in the Army, and my wife, this is whenever Bella, she must have been like not even 1 yet, because we got her in 2010, and that was back, in 2010. So she wasn't even a year old then. I remember her calling me, we were Skyping at the time, and Bella was just going crazy, running from room to room, and she was crying. She's like, I don't know what the dog's doing, and it was a Zoomie. So this is something you're gonna wanna be prepared for, because about 700 Boston Terrier owners that responded to this poll, 98% of them have said yes, their Boston Terrier does Zoomies. The technical term for this, whenever I was looking this up and everything, it's called FRAP, which is frenetic random activity periods. And this is basically if your dog has too much pent-up energy, it can do this. But when I've talked to other people in the Boston Terrier Society group and community, it sounds like even if your Boston is getting proper exercise, this can still happen. But if you want to lessen the Zoomies, exercise your Boston Terrier daily, which you should be doing 30 to 60 minutes of exercise daily for your Boston, but this will help lessen that if it does occur. Now, Bella here, it seems like the older she's gotten, I don't recall the last time she's done a Zoomie. It was definitely whenever she was younger. I want to say the last time I can remember it, I know I've said it in this video before, maybe like 3 years ago or so. I personally love the Zoomies because you could literally set your watch to it. It was every single night around 9 p.m. and she would just go crazy in our little 585 square foot apartment, just zooming all around. And I think it's pretty funny. Be prepared for this. Don't be worried if it happens. Your Boston's not broken. This is totally normal. Third thing that you need to be prepared for is pulling poop out of your Boston's booty. Right, Bella? Anytime she swallows Emily's hair, sometimes she eats something funky. One time Bella ate some paper tissue, like a paper roll, and I was pulling paper out of her booty, and I've talked to a number of different Boston Terrier owners, and they have said this. So I went ahead and conducted a poll on the Boston Terrier Society Twitter community. So far I've had 95 votes, and 68% of them, to the question, have you had to pull poop out of your Boston Terrier's booty, have said yes. And I've had a number of different dog breeds growing up. My mom, we had Rottweilers, Dalmatians, we've had a Bull Mastiff, we had some Rat Terriers. I never, ever, ever, ever recall pulling any poop out of those dog breeds' booty. It has only been to Bella here, and when I've talked to other Boston Terrier owners, they have said the same. So if you have to pull poop out of your Boston's booty, this is something other owners can totally relate to. Don't be concerned. It's totally natural, and often it is due to Emily's hair. If you're a female or you have a wife that has long hair, that's where it's going to happen. So those are the top 3 things that I want to warn people about before they get a Boston Terrier. So if this happens to them, you're not concerned. Once again, the reverse sneezing pretty much happens anytime there's temperature change that can cause it. Different environmental issues can cause it. Just try to learn the triggers and then avoid them. Once again, if it's happening often, like daily or something, go ahead and talk to your veterinarian to see what they recommend. But more often than not, it's a common thing that happens within this particular dog breed. The second thing is Zoomies, totally unique to Boston Terriers. Be prepared for those. I think they're fun and exciting. Then the third thing is pulling poop out of their booty. Like I said, I've owned a number of different dog breeds. No other dog breed that I've owned have I had to pull turds out of its booty. Question of the day: what do you want to know about the Boston Terrier dog breed before you actually get a cute little puppy? Put the question in the comments below, and then for those of you who already have a Boston Terrier and you're watching this video, go to the comments section and reply to those comments. This way, if somebody's coming to this particular YouTube video, they can go to the comments section to get additional resources from Boston Terrier owners like yourself or someone who's about to get a Boston Terrier. Now, I do have a special announcement. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I did create the Boston Terrier Society gift shop. Basically, it has hundreds of different shirt ideas. There's mugs, iPhones, all with, some of it has, life is better with a Boston, and different things about Boston Terriers that I think you guys are going to enjoy. So if you want to check out that store and support this YouTube channel, you can check that out in the show notes below. I really appreciate all the support. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel just so you can get the latest from Boston Terrier Society. And if you want to learn more about Boston Terriers and what it's like actually owning a Boston Terrier from owners, I've created this playlist where I've interviewed now several Boston Terrier owners talking about their experience so you can learn tips from them, or one of my latest videos here. Otherwise, until next time, life is better with a Boston. Right, Bellaboo?